I was so excited to get my shipment from Last Bottle Wines in the mail the other day, full of incredible red wines, all from Napa Valley. I love wine tasting, so having this to my door couldn't be happier. Also, couldn't be more excited that today's episode is brought to you by Last Bottle Wines. If you don't know already, they're a Napa-based online wine shop with a twist. They offer just one handpicked wine per day until it sells out, and they're always at incredible prices. We're talking 30 to 70% off retail. And the best part is that there's no subscriptions, no fees, and no minimum purchase. And I could not be more excited to bring this offer right now because they're having a marathon sale, which is coming up March 28th and 29th. Even better, we're offering Dateable listeners 10% off your first order with code DATEABLE. So if you are a wine lover like me, this is a great time to join. And did I mention that shipping is 100% free? So what are you waiting for? Mark your calendar for March 28th and 29th, or get on it earlier if you want. You can sign up at lastbottlewines.com and use code DATEABLE and find out why Last Bottle is the most fun way to discover and buy amazing wine. We are so thrilled to be partnering with Hinge. Hinge is the dating app designed to be deleted. As you all know, I'm a huge Hinge advocate as I met my partner of almost 3 years on the app. Even before meeting him, Hinge was always my go-to app because I met more relationship-minded people here and had some great dates. Clearly, I haven't been on the app for a little while, but I re-downloaded it to check out some of the new features. One that stood out to me was the voice prompt, my best friend's take on why you should date me, where your friend can hype you up. Not only does this make the profile creation less daunting, but it's not always easy to see your own green flags. So to test it out, I asked Yue some fun prompts to get her take on what I could put if I was dating again. So the first one, how long have we known each other? What was your first impression of me and how has that changed?
Julie and I have known each other for almost 10 years. My first impression of Julie was that she's very social, but I've learned that she has a lot more depth to her beyond the social butterfly that she is.
My next prompt, what do you think are my green flags?
I would say she's deeply loyal. She believes in love, curious mindset, and she is fearlessly ambitious.
And then last but not least, what kind of friend am I?
Julie is the kind of friend who will always have your back, no matter what.
Damn, that feels nice to hear. So download Hinge and try voice prompts today. Then find someone worth deleting the app for.
The Dateable podcast is an insider's look into modern dating that the Huffington Post calls one of the top 10 podcasts about love and sex. On each episode, we'll talk to real daters about everything from sex parties to sex droughts, date fails to diaper fetishes, and first moves to first loves. I'm your host, Yue Xu, former dating coach turned dating sociologist. You'll also hear from my co-host and producer, Julie Krafchick, as we explore this crazy dateable world. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Dateable, a show all about modern dating. I thought I would only say I'm in the presence of a porn star once, but actually it's going to be twice. We have Lucas here. He is our guest for today, but he is not only our guest today, he was a guest last week too, because what happened was, for anyone who runs podcasts, this has for sure happened to you before. We were in the middle of our recording with Lou, and we're having great conversation, getting into the good, dirty stuff, and we realized that stop recording.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, this is the first time in 3.5 years.
That's true.
Really? Wow.
We've had other shit
Oh, no,
happen,
my jinx
though.
will no.
No. We've had other things happen, but this was bad because we were on such a roll.
Yeah.
And it stopped. But then, I think it's even better because I thought of more things to ask you this time.
It was like a warm-up.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like a warm-up.
That's
so
way cool.
encore for us, but for all of you listening, this is a brand new conversation about P-O-R-N, porn.
Yep.
We've been wanting to have you
That's
as a
so
guest
cool.
for a long time.
That's
Lou.
way cool of you to
Do
say.
you guys know who Lucas is? He is an American actor and porn star. He retired from pornography in 1990.
1990.
Yeah.
30 years ago?
Wow.
But he began a career as a film and television actor and recording artist. Okay, you've had so many lives. You were a porn star. Not just like you were in porn. You were a porn star.
Like on covers of magazines.
On covers of,
Everywhere.
we'll get to that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
you were in the music industry. You made albums. And then you were in TV and a film. And now you're like a badass house cleaner. What?
Wow, that's a change, huh?
She's my house cleaner.
Yes.
That is how
Lou
has
Yes.
come into our presence.
Thank you for making that connection.
I
How do
hope-
we
yeah.
find Lou? Because Julie has said to me, I think the lovely man who cleans my apartment is a porn star.
Well, first of all, I will back up that the story is actually kind of funny. But one of our friends basically found Lou. Like she was like, he is the best house cleaner I've ever had. Referred him to all of our friends.
Yep.
One of our friends was like, hey, do you know your house cleaner is a ex-porn star? And she's like, no, I didn't know that. And she's like, don't you Google who comes into your home?
Right.
He has like a Wikipedia and like IMDb page. And I like also
guess
had
you just
hired you
wouldn't-
at that point. I'm like, I guess I didn't Google either.
But I'm nice and good and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
really, yeah.
I mean, you're
best.
brilliant
Thanks.
because you're like the star house cleaner in San Francisco.
Wow, that's so cool.
This is like a porno. Like, how
Sometimes I do the music too for it. If I'm on a ladder or something, I really do. I really do in front of like the ladies that are like older, like 60 years old or something. If they're there, I'll go cue the porn music, and they start laughing. They think it's funny as hell.
Well, I also love that you told me that like some people's like husbands will come to the door and they are like, you are not who they are expecting to be the
Not
cleaner.
Not at all. And they always have to wait around a couple times to see who I am. Who the hell is this motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Right?
They do. They're like, the next time I go there, their husbands are there.
And it's also a good test if the husbands recognize you. They're like, oh,
yep.
That,
shit.
that's happened before. So, yep.
So who is Lou Cass? Okay, let's talk about you. You live in Vacaville. You've been there for 2 years. Originally from San Jose. You're
Right.
53 years old, but
Yep.
you look fucking 12.
Thank you.
Porn will age you well.
Wow.
And your
Right?
current relationship
Right.
status is hooking up and having fun, yo. That's what it's about.
Yep.
But who is Lou? How did you get into the porn industry in 1987?
I just got in through regular modeling, and then the guy who I went to go see it was instantly like, hey, you'd be really popular in porn. Yeah.
Didn't you answer an ad?
Yeah, I answered an ad to Richard and some guy named Richard here in San
Dick.
Francisco.
Of
Dick,
course.
right? Funny, Julie. Yeah, and I answered that ad, and so yeah, show me your dick and that kind of shit. I was like, here you go.
Wait, so you thought it was just a modeling ad?
Yeah, at first it was just a modeling ad to me.
The
It was
first
that.
time we
Seriously.
had this conversation, we grilled you like for an hour
and
about
I
this.
think my
I'm gonna-
timeline was all over the place.
I'm
too,
going to
stoned
grill
as
you
usual.
again. You answer an ad in Backpage.
Bay Area Reporter, the newspaper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
In a
and it was one of the ads, yeah.
newspaper
Yeah.
for modeling. They're
Modeling.
looking for models.
Modeling, male
you
models, yeah.
show up and they were like, show us your cock.
Yeah.
And you were like, cool.
Cool, yeah.
And what?
Cool, yeah. I mean, first I was in jeans and stuff, and he goes, "Wow, that's impressive." That's what he said to me.
So,
It was in my jeans, and
do
I
you
guess I was
think that was what the gig was for? Do you think that he just saw you and was like, there's
It was
something
re-
in this guy?
But it
It
was
was
a regular
like a
modeling
Reebok
ad. It really
commercial?
was a regular modeling ad.
Okay.
It was like a legit ad. So I was like, "Oh, cool." So I went there, and then that was the end of that.
It was like regular commercial
Totally.
director doubled as a porn director. Because that's how you
Totally.
make
He's
your
a
money.
scouting.
talent
Yeah.
scout, exactly that. And then right away he goes, "Hey, I want you to meet this woman because I know that she'll get you in films right away."
That just sounds really risky. Because what if you were like, no, and then you like sock it
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
totally,
face?
totally.
I mean,
Totally.
asking you to show you, but you were
But
like, cool, I'll show you my
'cause-
cock.
Yeah, well, he was taking pictures and stuff, and I felt cool.
What like compelled you to even answer that modeling?
I just always wanted to do that. I always
Okay.
step into acting. I was,
Got it.
How old were you at this point?
I don't know, young, 87, so I don't know, early 20s maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were a young spring chicken.
Yes.
Showed
Young
your
spring
young spring chicken cock
Yep.
to this man named Richard Dick.
Richard, his name was Richard Bulger on Oak Street.
Richard
Dick
Bulger.
Vulture.
I'm
Oh
not
my
joking.
god. You
So
can't.
right there, you could have went, okay, Lou, come on. Well, no, he was just like, hey, I can get you in, print magazines and stuff like that. He was just like, you can be really popular. And I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, because that looks impressive. He kept on saying, I'm like, what, man? You're like,
That looks
yeah,
impressive.
yeah, I get my jeans, So
I mean, there's only one resume criteria.
Richard Bulger, and he said, you got to meet this lady. She's really popular in films and stuff, and straight films and stuff. You got to meet her and stuff like that, and she'll get you work right away. I'm like, really? The next day he called me and he goes, she wants to meet you today. And
Wow.
So I was like, wow, okay. And she put me in a film right away. So, but it was him too that put me in the film because he was my manager at the time.
And what was your first film? Pornographic film?
It was just a loop, like it was with some women, so it was a loop. It was
What's a loop?
A loop is the old-fashioned, the vintage porn. You know, the loop that was just like a scene, not a full film. It's just one scene.
It's just one scene. And what was your first scene?
It was with a chick and a guy.
With a loop, there's no storyline. It's
None.
purely just...
It's just working out and the bitch gets on my dick, you know?
That's like porn today.
Wait, but the scene is you're working out.
Working out, yeah.
Okay, and she gets on your dick.
And
what's the guy doing?
The guy does too. And then he gets on my balls. Yeah.
He's under the woman.
You got to see the pictures on the box cover. They're amazing.
I can't even fathom.
On the back cover, I'm like this right there, and then they're just like servicing me.
Lou, I can barely do 69. I don't know how this configuration works.
Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you right now. It's okay.
So you were doing loops, and these were straight and then bi loops.
And then I met Krista Lane, who was really popular in straight films, like popular. Like, you know the movie Boogie Nights, remember that? And they're like a family. That was exactly what was going on in my life. Very popular lady on covers of magazines. And she goes, you need to stop. You're doing this. You need to go gay. I was like, go gay. I go, not really. I don't think I'm really into it. She goes, no, just do it your rules. Do it your way. Go gay and you'll be really huge. She goes, but make sure you do the rules. You make the rules to these people.
But okay, what was her reasoning for you to get into gay porn?
Because of the way I look. She goes, you'll be huge. You'll be so popular among the gay guys. Because I always knew it when I'd walk down the street. I knew gay guys would be all over.
But there was another reason.
Straight porn.
Remember when you said?
Because we're just background.
Men are just background in
They
straight
are
porn.
nothing. They really are. They are nothing. Just a dick. Seriously, that's just a dick.
Wow, so you can be in the spotlight in gay porn.
Exactly. And immediately I was just targeted in there, like huge. Who is this guy? You know, like every review of like the things came out of me. Every magazine said this guy should not be in porn. This guy should be acting in Hollywood.
The things that came out of you, Lou? What came out of you?
Can we talk about that? Yeah.
All the Lou Juniors.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, a lot
are
actually.
out there.
They had to have 3 camera angles on me because, you know.
Before you
Seriously?
did gay porn and before you did bi, like were you straight?
I did both my whole life. I'd never been in.
Okay, so this was nothing new to you.
No, because my mom told me at 15, she was like, hey, Louie, you like to sleep with guys too, don't you? I was like,
At
wait,
15?
what? Yeah, 15 years old.
Before you even knew, she did.
Oh, my mom was telling me. She goes, because I know you're with women. I hear them. I'm like, ooh. And then she's like, yeah, but I just wondered because I see the way they look at you. Cool.
I bet also there's probably a cohort of men in the porn industry straight men that don't want to go into gay porn. So it's probably like a leg up also.
Totally. And I knew that it would be a stepping stone for me. I really did know it. Everybody started talking about me. And all of a sudden, these things started coming out about me. And all of a sudden, I was on the cover of every fucking magazine. I was like, regular model shots. You know what I mean? These were headshots on 23 magazine covers.
Back up though.
Yeah.
Your first gay porn.
Weekend workout. Weekend workout.
Set the scenery for us.
Weekend workout. I played Christopher the Towel Boy, a 15-year-old runaway.
Wow, there's so many layers to this. You're a runaway. You're a teenager. The towel boy.
Yeah, I played the Towel Boy.
At a gym.
Yeah, and I go and fuck all the big old daddies in the gym.
Oh my God.
While they're working out.
Kind of after and stuff like that.
Why was so much around workouts? It feels like
No, I
that
have
was
no idea. I have no clue.
Well,
but
I mean, a lot of my gay friends do fuck
that's
at
true.
gyms.
That's
so
true.
maybe it's just a
That's so
familiar
weird to me, yeah.
scenery.
But it sounds like your first bi one was also around a gym.
it was the first. It really was. The loops were, it was
Have you
too.
ever, Julie,
Very
have
good.
you ever
That was.
flirted with anybody at the gym?
No.
I feel disgusting.
No.
Me too. I would never do that.
never.
That's not me totally.
I feel like the porn scenes back when you were doing porn
Yes.
were much more like movies. Like now it's just like
These were stories that I had.
These
Yeah.
were
When they saw
cinematic.
when they started seeing me act, they started writing films for me. These people were writing films for me
Wow.
to star in.
right,
Stuff
because
like
that just doesn't happen anymore.
No. Oh God, no. It's
Like,
all
you
amateur
porn,
loop.
it's-
Now it's
yeah.
getting looped again. It's just all amateur scenes and stuff. They're not really stars anymore. They're not.
Yeah.
So
they're
you
not.
start booking gay porn one after another. How much did you get paid for your first loop?
I think it was probably $100. I don't really remember. $120 for one scene.
And then your first film?
$300 for weekend workout. And I'm in every scene of that fucking movie.
Then you only made $300.
$300. That's it.
And then
I did All the Way. That was my second film, and I got immediately when I ended that Richard Bolger, I ended that whole thing with him.
Oh,
And,
he's no longer
Oh
your
no, but he
manager.
made Lou Cass. He told me, "You can't fire me. I made you." I go, "Really?" I think my parents made me, but you know what I mean. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. Think the second film was 4,500 or 40,
Oh my God.
4,200. Like
you just jumped.
and then, but after that, it got really big. I was making really good money.
Because were
I
you
was-
getting residuals too?
no residuals, but let me tell you something. I was doing so good. I was able to buy buy a home. I was able to, do all that stuff.
Was he just pocketing it? Like, do you think that they actually build it and he just took a huge cut?
Probably no regulations.
Absolutely. It was fucked up, man. It was fucked. Because I made $300 for that fucking movie that was shot in Transamerica Building.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It was shot in the gym there at the Transamerica Building in the locker room and stuff.
Okay, for anybody listening, if you ever use a gym at Transamerica, please let us know and give us a tour, because that's so an epic scene for Lou. But there was something crazy about filming this because you really had no license to film their home.
No, not at all. You were not allowed to do the porn. It was against the law. It was like, if you got busted, we were always like looking out like fucking speed freaks like this, you know what I mean? Out the window, you know what I'm saying? We were like looking out there like, it was so scary. Hey, Lou, keep an eye out there. I'm acting. What the fuck do you want me to keep an eye out for,
So your stage name was Lucas.
Lucas, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not use a stage name? Why
I don't know. I don't know if it was my dad's name too. I mean, I just Lucas. My whole life, people always called me Cass.
And you took your dad's name.
Yeah, my dad was
also Lucas.
Yeah, my dad was named Lucas, and he was a police officer my whole life. But
how does he feel about being associated with a porn star?
You know what? He really actually loved. He called me one time and he goes, "Hey, you know what? I just wanted to let you know how cool it is that you made our name such a big name." He was so proud. He goes, "You're on magazine covers all around the world when people would honk." Because he has a license plate that says LL Cass. So people would honk at him. I'm not kidding. When people would honk at him, my dad would just wave because he knew, and then go by and there'd be rainbow stickers on the car. Oh my. Passing by the rainbow stickers, my dad would just wave. It was like really funny.
And your mom was cool with it too?
My mom, the first time I did modeling, she was at the kitchen table. I got home early in the morning, pitch dark, and she goes, "I know what kind of modeling you're doing." I go, "Mom, how can you know if you got to be on the other end of the phone?" She goes, "Mothers know."
Mothers know.
She goes, "I know what you're doing, but be safe," she said.
Because you smell like latex.
Okay, right.
Your mom sounds hilarious.
I see those rope. This is how cool my mom was. She would go to where I used to strip. I used to strip 7 days a week over at the Campus Theater over on Jones Street.
This is before porn or after porn?
This was during, because I was a big star, so I was making great money every day over at the.
Oh shit! You're like headline at the strip club.
At the strip club in San Francisco, and I would be making killer ass money. I mean, I was making clear $850 a week for 20 minutes a day. That's it.
Wow.
That was how much just the company gave me, the Campus Theater. So nice, and plus the tips. Oh yeah. My mom would come to the shows and she'd go up in the dressing room. My mom would sit in the dressing room and the guys would pass her by in jock straps, all the dancers and all the strippers. Like, "Hey, Mrs. Cass, hey, Mrs. Cass." She'd be like, "Hi."
Wow.
My mom was that cool.
Have you guys seen Hustlers yet?
No, I want to see it.
I want to see it. Yeah.
It's not the best movie, but what you're talking about, there's a lot of familiarity.
Really? Yeah?
Yeah, it's transforming.
Oh, I thought it was going to be more like Showgirls, but.
No.
I love Showgirls. I love that movie.
So what were the other people like in the industry? Like the other people in porn that you encountered?
Let's take a quick break because I have an announcement. All right, everyone, you're hearing it here first. We would like to take our relationship IRL. We are inviting you, badass listeners, to be our VIP guests at our very first live Dateable podcast show in San Francisco. Whether you're trying to DTR or DTF, we'll answer all your burning questions about love, sex, and relationships, along with some surprise guests and, well, just some other surprises that we can't reveal right now. The event will be on Tuesday, December 10th, and it's free, but you have to get tickets because space is limited. Come and be our VIP guest at the very first Dateable podcast live recording. Whether you're single, taken, or trying to figure it out, this show is for you. Get all the deets on our Facebook page, Instagram, or dateablepodcast.com/live. Now back to this episode.
What were the other people like in the industry? Like the other people in porn that you encountered?
Most of them were really cool, actually. It's like a little family, just like Boogie Nights.
Are you fucking your coworkers?
No way.
No
way.
But do they fuck each other? Is that a normal thing?
Oh, they do for sure.
Like after...
Oh, after, big showers and stuff like that. After the, that kind of thing we do underneath the microphone after we have sex. Everyone crowds around underneath the microphone. We all go, "Oh, yeah."
Oh, so that's all voiceover. All the sound
it's
effects.
all fucking looped sound effects, all that kind of stuff. "Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah." That kind of shit.
But you're just standing there?
Standing there nude. We just had sex and we're all just going, "Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah."
Can you give us a sample right now?
"Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Open that hole up, daddy." There you go. I was like an asshole when I was in those films. I was like just hurting the guys. Like, not hurting them, but you know what I mean? Fucking them hard and shit like that, Safely.
Just the way they
Safely.
like it.
Let's combine that add that I was also, and I'm proud to say this, the most difficult person in the business at the time.
Why?
The most difficult. Some companies wouldn't work with me because I was so difficult. Because because I was so safe. Everything was safe, no matter what.
Safe, like you always wanted condoms?
Always had not always one, always had a condom on, no matter what. Sometimes three. And you could see it in my films. You can see the three. You can see the three rib things. You can see them. That's how safe I was.
And they didn't want you to have them.
No way. But in my scenes, you'll never see me without it.
What was the controversy a couple years back about condoms in porn? Was it that they had to wear condoms, or so it was more like people in porn need, like it's a law. They have to wear condoms.
Back then it was unheard of. Like some companies would be like, "Oh, Lou, the reason we're not working with you," I go, "Well, no, the reason I'm not working with you guys is because you guys aren't safe."
Right.
And I said, and I stood up for it. I was like known as Mr. Safe Sex back then. Every article about me was
not
safe
a bad
sex.
thing.
Not at all. I'm here and alive, and I'm HIV negative.
Right.
Okay?
But they
I mean, come
preferred
on.
you to not have condoms on because it looked better.
That's all.
On
Because
camera.
in my movies, there's other scenes with other people that they don't have condoms on. These guys, and I'm like on the set going, "Come on!" Back then, too. Back then, that was the height of it.
Right.
That was right there. That was right. 87. That was right.
I would not risk it.
No. So I don't know why I always like think of like maybe it's like Magic Mike, like the after parties and like that lifestyle. Did you experience like that?
Yeah, I did. There was like.
Was there like a lot of drugs and stuff?
That's all it was, drugs. And I'd see it all the time. I mean, I'd see it all the time on the set, all the time. And after.
On the set?
Oh, yeah, and after too. But
Like
I
what?
never did. I always just marijuana. That's it. I never went any further with anything like that.
What were the drugs that were
Oh, always coke, meth maybe, but mostly coke.
Meth?
Oh, yeah, but mostly coke back then.
Shit.
Absolutely.
From coke to meth.
Oh, no, absolutely. The girls were rubbing in her, in her pussy and stuff like
What?
that. Oh, yeah, Lou, you want some? Come here. I'm like, no, thanks.
Wait, they
I'd
rub
fuck 'em.
meth in their pussy?
No,
coke.
Yeah, and I'd be
then
like,
you
oh,
sniff it out.
and then fuck them, Oh, yeah. They'd be like, come here. I'll give 'em. I go, nah.
But other people in the industry were partaking in all this.
Fuck yeah.
And then they were like also sleeping with each other.
Yeah, I mean, they were fucking around and stuff like that. I think people would be like, hey Lou, oh my God, I moved from Texas. I'm like, what? We were acting. What the fuck are you talking about? Moving from Texas? Hey, we can move in together. I'm going, dude, well, I'm an actor.
Move in together.
I'm not joking. Film called Man of the Year. I'll tell you that right now. And the dude goes, hey Lou, I'll fucking move from Texas. We can move in together. I go, dude. We were in the shower. I go, dude, that was a scene. We were actors, man. We were acting. I said, you're not going to be my boyfriend or anything like that.
So did your co-stars hit on you?
Oh, all the time.
When cameras
all the
were
time.
rolling?
But oh yeah, totally. It was crazy. I'd be like, no way. You can't. Don't touch me until the camera's on.
You never dated a co-star or anybody in the industry?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I had boyfriends and girlfriends though, but not
in the
Not
industry.
porn. I mean,
they would guest star on my porn, but they'd be just regular actors and actors. They wouldn't do.
So
I had them in other parts in the film because I can get them money. So
yeah.
front door guy or you know what I mean. You can act in the film too.
Like an actual towel boy.
Yeah, and actually have a camera around me. One guy made $40,000. A boyfriend that I had made $40,000 just on camera, just for doing a second camera filming me for a month. All around Las Vegas, San Francisco, and just film me. It was called Camera B camera. I was making really good money when my name got
How much money were you making?
I was making good. If my boyfriend at the time, cameraman, was making $40,000 just for B roll, then think about what I was making. I was doing pretty good. Then it started going up the nose, probably. Yeah, after I did films and stuff, it was going up the nose, probably.
Up the nose? What do you mean?
Probably coke and stuff like that. I was doing. Yeah.
Oh, you were
spending a lot of money on coke.
I was. Oh yeah, because after I don't want to jump ahead, but I did my own. I got my own film company because I retired from films. So you're just going to see me direct films now. So I directed 3 of them.
Where is all that money? What happened?
No fucking. I don't know.
Yeah, what'd you do with your money?
I don't know. Well, go look at my house. You'll see probably all of it there for 53 years.
You're like TLC. Like you just like
right. But I have big collections. I have
So walk us through like those 3 years. Like what were like the high points? And then, like, what were some of the low points of the
high points was like oh my God, in LA, I'd be put up in mansions, where the other actors would be like in the little guest rooms, and I'd have the whole upstairs or West Wing or something all to myself. It's like I was treated like royalty. I'd go sign autographs in Las Vegas, and there would be lines of people to get my autograph, women and men. Women and the husbands go, we watch your films at home, Lou, me and her. I'm like, can my wife get a picture with you? And I'm like, yeah, And then it was wild, you guys. I have film of all of that on videotape. Lines wrapped out the door of just people who wanted to meet me and stuff. It was trippy stuff. But I'd go out with like Robin Bird, who does her own TV show.
Oh, I remember Robin Bird.
I
she
love
was
her.
on late night TV.
Late night TV. I was the most.
I'm Robin Bird.
Yeah, sit back,
she
get
had
comfortable.
like really big lips,
Yep.
like lipo lips.
She was on Debbie Does Dallas. She was a star of Debbie Does Dallas.
And she'd be like, hi,
Oh yeah, in a little fishnet.
I'm Robin Bird. If you're looking for a good time,
She's
give me
awesome.
a call.
She's
Yeah.
awesome. And I went on there the most times out of any stripper and kind of actor back then. So she loved me, and they had fan clubs of me. The audience did. They'd call in and stuff. These ladies would be like, Lou, we have your magazines in front of us. Oh my God, we love you. There's a Lou Cast fan club. I'm like, what?
But you were
Badass.
saying that like it was like a really cool thing to be friends with a porn star.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, but back then it really was. It was like when Entertainment Weekly put it in a clipping, they said what's good and what's bad this week or something, and they said being best friends with the porn star is the coolest. So
And you had celebrity friends.
I have so many celebrity friends, like real friends that are like.
Name some of them.
Pia Zadora, she's been a friend of mine for 34 years. E.G. Daily, love E.G. Daily. She's a really good friend of mine. She's the voice of Rugrats, Tawny Pickles, and Babe the Talking Pig, and she's on Valley Girl and Pee Wee's Big Adventure. She's
Quite the friendship.
she's 34 years. Me and
then
her
Lisa
too. Lisa Marie Presley's a good buddy too. She's really cool, Lisa Marie Presley. So after that, it was like, whoa. So it started becoming cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back then, so it was like really cool. And E.G. would be like announcing me, hey, look at the stagehand. He's a big fan of yours, Lou. And then camera people would be like taking pictures of me and her, like E.G. Daily. And she'd be like, and this is Lou Cass, Loucass. I'm like, you don't have to say it. You know, because she goes, get it right in the papers. You know, I'm like, wow.
Can you count how many people went up to you and wanted to suck your dick? Like,
Oh my God.
actually
they still
said it to
do,
you?
like all the
They
time.
still
Every day.
do.
Every day. I mean, every day. I'm not kidding. Every day. Want me to show you the text? Every day. No, I'm not kidding. Every day.
Do you
Every
like
day.
get stopped on the street still?
Once in a while.
Okay.
Once in a while, I'll still get it. Like someone will say, you can't hide behind that beard, Lou. I'm like, whoa.
God, this whole time
That's
I've
kinda
had
weird.
a celeb in my home the
Right?
whole
And you didn't
time.
know? For years now, I've been working for you, Julie. Come on.
Seriously.
But I'm not a celeb. No, I'm not a celeb.
So, okay, so you told us
D-list.
high points. What were some of the
Yeah,
magazines you were on?
I was on all the vintage classics, all the really popular ones like Blue Boy, Advocate Min, Honcho, Stallion,
Honcho I've
Mandate.
seen.
I was on all those. All those were really popular, and I was on Inches.
Inches.
Thank you.
Inches.
Inches. I was on Inches. I did a
Great
couple.
name.
Oh, now I get it.
Oh.
So what were some of the low points?
Fighting with the relationships that I was in.
Yeah, what was dating like as
That's
a porn
what I'm trying to
star?
say. It was like, it was the jealousy, but it would be, I don't know, it was really weird.
How would you meet them in the first place?
A couple of them were fans.
Oh, okay.
One in Washington, D.C., and he moved out, to California. One guy did.
And then they knew, I mean, they obviously know what you do for a living,
Mm-hmm.
but it was hard for them to accept sometimes.
I'd be like, it's just a job. I said, come to the set if you want to. They'd come to the set and they'd storm off, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, so it was like, oh boy, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, hey, I told you when we were just going out, I told you, to girls and guys, I say this. But I was like, hey, it's just my job, that's, but you knew it before. You knew before we were,
Career was like 1987
87, yes.
to 1990. Why did you leave the porn industry?
I went as far as I could. I was at the top. I made as much money as I probably could too.
and you wanted to have that same sort of fame in film and television.
Which is the wrong approach to fucking Hollywood.
Why?
Because you go there to be an actor, you don't go there to be a star. You know what I mean? I was going, I'm going to be a star. And I thought I was. I was like, fuck, I'm a fucking huge porn actor. Come on. When I retired, I was in Vegas and I retired on that day when I won Best Actor. And I was like, okay, I'm out of here, guys. I'm on the podium. I was like, hey, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? I'm done with porn. I'm going to retire. Once a porn star, always a porn star. They'd yell at me. I drove to Hollywood that night. I went to Hollywood right after that. Went to Hollywood. I was on Melrose Avenue. Opened up Billboard magazine. I'm not kidding. At 6:00 in the morning, I think. Opened up Billboard magazine. There's my record. There's my fucking song.
You were secretly producing
I did.
a record?
No, I actually got a whole bunch of publicity. That, oh my God, adult actor cuts album. They're like really fucking, the whole industry went crazy because it was the first time that anybody's going to do that. Music was my thing. I wanted, and I sat on that record too. I did that record, Rated X. There was publicity. There was like magazines.
X, okay.
Rated X. It was called Rated X. It is called Rated X. And 30 years ago, by the way, it came out and I listened to it and I was like, no, this ain't good. This is horrible. My voice is horrible. I'm yelling to these people. I'm yelling to the engineers in the studio. I'm like, can you guys do something about my voice? I go, I can't release something like this. And they go, Lou, we have 24 tracks and all 24 tracks are on your voice, buddy. I'm like, okay, they're trying to do it. And they go, this is old time studio shit. They're like, we can't do anything more. I was like, okay, I guess then you guys are gone. So I used to have such attitude. I was like, bye, fired.
Like, what happened with the music and TV and like acting, all that?
The acting was, that was hard That was hard because you need an agent and no one I'd go to all these agencies and someone would be like, like, Luke Cass, that sounds really familiar.
So
You're already typecast.
All of a sudden, Luke Cass was a name that people are going, I'd go on the set, people would be like this to me, guys would look at me like, they'd look at me, and then all fucking in the morning, they'd be like, shh, it's our little secret, I won't tell anybody. I go, tell anybody what? He goes, that you're Luke Cass, right? I go, yeah. He goes, I won't tell anybody what you used to do. I go, it don't matter. I said, I don't care.
Yeah.
I said, I don't care if you know. He goes, oh, probably wouldn't be good though. Because back then it wasn't. It was like, brr, you know what I mean?
So it wasn't like a seamless, like you thought like going from porn to acting would be kind of like a seamless transition.
I knew it was going to be hard when Lisa Gibbons, you remember Lisa Gibbons?
Yeah.
She asked me, she told me, she goes, well, now that you did gay porn, she goes, now what, you can't go anywhere else from there, can you?
Well, I was going to ask you as the next question, which I think is a good segue, is kind of like, what did you learn from doing porn all these years?
Let's take a second away from this episode, and I'm going to ask you to do a quick armpit check. How are you smelling right now? Hey, I'm not judging. I'm just looking out for you. We here at Dateable are huge fans of native deodorant, which are made with simple, clean ingredients that truly deliver. You've probably heard all about them on the Today Show, Good Morning America, and Pop Sugar. Everyone's raving about Native. My favorite scent is the lavender and rose because it smells like anything but the traditional deodorants I grew up using. If you're not into scented deodorant, they also have unscented as well. I switched to Native because it doesn't contain any aluminum, which has been linked to some serious health issues. If you haven't tried it yet, now's your chance. For Dateable listeners only, get 20% off your first purchase by going to nativedeodorant.com and using the code DATEABLE at checkout. Again, go to nativedeodorant.com and use the code DATEABLE for 20% off your first purchase. Now, back to the show.
Well, I was going to ask you as the next question, which I think is a good segue, is kind of like, what did you learn from doing porn all these years?
That my sex has to be wild now.
No,
I'm not joking.
because you've done it in every
like
which way.
dating and stuff like that. It's got to be just because I've already been through it, so I don't want to be bored.
Or the expectations.
Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean, ladies. No, but seriously, I don't want to be bored. So seriously, that's what I've learned. Honestly, it's what I learned from porn. My mind is just set differently.
When you're dating now, do you tell people that what you used to
They
do?
know. People know. People
So
know
with their
my name.
expectations like up here that this is going to be like wild and crazy.
because
sex.
I used to have like things in my house. I used to have like all my achievements. In the bathroom, I'd have everything framed. Like,
In your bathroom?
In my bathroom, I'd framed everything. Like adult actor cuts album. All that kind of stuff. Like porn star records music and all that stuff.
So would you do it all over again if you had the option?
Never. I mean,
Never.
no. Porn, you mean?
Yeah.
No.
No.
People say today, they go, Lou, I'd fucking pay anything to see you in porn today. Because I look so different. I look completely different from the old days. I mean, those fucking 33 years ago, I was
gonna look you up.
Yeah, 33 years ago, I was a skinny white boy, Peter Brady hair, with no tattoos and a big dick. And that was about it. You know what I mean? It's like fucking, but I had a face that sold. I looked like I was 15. So
But why wouldn't you do it again now?
Because it fucked with my head. So many people commit suicide in that business or have passed away.
Wait, is this you?
That's me right there.
Oh my God, Julie.
Check it out.
Oh my God, you look like Mario
me
Lopez.
see.
Oh my God, look at my hair. That's me. Is it
Oh
nude? Is
my
there nude?
God.
Is there nude?
But
Yeah.
Is there nude, really? Let me see. I want to see what you're looking. That's fucking hot, dude.
that's your dick.
Yeah, my dick's bigger than that now, though. No, really,
Your
it
dick
isn't.
grew?
It's weird.
I didn't know your
No,
dick
it
could
really is
grow.
weird. It's like maybe because jerking it so much. I don't know.
Is this how you clean Julie's house?
Let me see. I want to see so bad. That's exactly how I clean Julie's house. Julie, do you see that? I do.
Of course. That's like when you leave and that's what's happening.
Okay, so
I
you
love-
guys can't see this, but it's basically him doing like the sorority over the shoulder look.
The 80s look. That would be like the Sheena Easton. Everyone go, do the Sheena Easton. Everyone go.
It's like his
Put your
bare
head to the side.
ass, and then he's
Yeah.
like turned around.
Wait, can we rewind? I want to
Yeah.
talk about why this fucked you up.
Oh yeah, thanks, Julie.
Sorry.
It fucked up everything from dating to relationships to everything in my life for that sex reasons. Why now I'm all kinky and fucking being
Because
honest.
you just can't find.
It's just boring. It's
you're
just like,
not content with normal sex.
thank you. God, you're fucking good. Because that's exactly what I say. I go, I'm just bored of the mom and pop sex. The everyday mom and pop, let's
You just
fuck, blow
can't
me,
have
fucking whatever.
like normal sex ever. Like, what do you need
Not
all
really.
the time?
Not really.
Do you
My
need, like-
hand.
So you just like
I'm dating my hand for fucking years now.
So it's just like it doesn't do anything for you.
Oh, it does. I mean, it does because I have a lot of sex.
Okay.
I have a lot of. I've had more sex now than I do ever.
where do you
Got
meet
it.
people?
Online,
Like on
dating apps, stuff like
which
that.
app do you use?
Grinder, I used to use Craigslist all the time for men and women.
Yeah.
Man, men and women, fucking Craigslist would be the fucking bomb for me. Oh, it was great. Motels and all that shit. These men and women.
They're probably down to do some.
They were fucking cool as fuck.
Interesting
Some
stuff,
hot fucking people too, man. It was really. Yeah. And then the next day, the guy would call me and go, "Hey, man, I left my wife at home. Can I come see you?" I'd be like, "What?"
I'm super nervous about my search history now, but like in this
That's
picture,
hot. I want to look under my name too now.
are you licking ass?
That's not me, no.
Oh, that's
I don't do
not?
that. Sorry, I've never done that to a guy or a girl.
Wait, so you said that also there were a lot of like suicides in.
That's happening right now. It's every year there's like a suicide pact for gay porn stars. Isn't that weird?
Why do you think
Seriously,
that's
all the big
case?
ones, all the big ones are killing themselves. Every year there's one that's dying. Every year, and everyone's like, "That's so weird, Lou." Huh? Everyone writes to me and goes, "Lou, are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm not gonna fucking do anything like that.
Right.
I'm not crazy like those fucking people. I mean, that business makes you crazy.
Why do you
makes
think it
nuts.
is?
Is it
Drugs.
just so
Drugs.
many highs?
Drugs.
And then you just can't deal with the lows
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
the same thing with the Hollywood thing. I was going to audition after audition after audition while working during the day. I'd go and take my lunch and go to audition. No. I'd go into a room. There'd be 100 Lou Casses there. They'd all look like me. I'm not kidding. And some people would go, "Oh, damn it." They'd walk out when they saw me. I'm not kidding. They'd be like, "Oh, damn it," you know?
So you think that people just like get into like they don't get on auditions and they do a lot of drugs and that's what's like causing the
Oh
instability?
yeah, for porn, yes. For the regular business, I'd call it the regular business, the mainstream. Because I think I was one of the only actors to ever break through to the mainstream also. It really was. That's what everyone always told me too. Like, cause I Love Trouble with Julia Roberts. First actor ever from porn to do, from adult films to do on a Disney set, first time.
Wow.
Which one?
I Love Trouble.
is a
And-
Disney
yeah,
movie.
very good,
that's
very
a
good,
Disney
Julia.
movie?
Yeah, I remember
Did your
that
homework,
movie,
yeah.
yeah.
And she did that. But Julia got me a fucking SAG card, and she was really cool.
So, okay, so that's super interesting. Do you think you just got out at the right time?
Yes,
Because you were only in
absolutely.
3 years.
Absolutely.
Imagine
Absolutely.
if you were still in porn now.
Oh my God.
How worn down you'd be.
Oh my God.
How drugged out you'd be.
How haggard I'd be. I mean, really.
Haggard. You
Haggard
would
is the
not
word.
look this good.
Thank you. That's sweet.
Like,
you look
right?
good too, by the way.
Thanks.
Both
I did
of you
porn
do.
for half a year.
Let's do porn. Wait, what?
Let's do porn.
So how did you kind of like escape the drugs and all the like situation that was happening?
I'm not going to say I didn't do drugs because I did. Not during
Okay.
filming. No, during filming, not after. I didn't. I used to take my money and I'd go home, like the $10,000 for stripping over in New York, $12,000 a week. Take that money and take it home and take it into a bank.
But
And I go,
other
"What?"
people would just
I'd see the director giving the actor or actress money, and then I'd see that actor going like this, or the actor going like this, and then giving back the money.
So whatever you're making
Crazy,
on set, you're just paying the director back
Back
for.
to, isn't that wild? And that's really what I saw
circle
all
of
the
life.
time. I don't care if people are listening to that and going, "Lou, that's fucking wrong of you to say that." I'm telling the truth. And there's
Yeah.
people that died, like Joey Stefano. He was one of them. He was a guy who was just all over me too when I was going to film a movie with him. The last movie that he was in, the last movie I was in. And he killed himself on Thanksgiving.
oh my god.
Yeah, after that, and fucking, let me tell you something. And because of the drugs, he overdosed. And
Wow.
Yeah,
So you like clearly got out because you wanted to do like music and stuff. But was
I
there?
have a brain.
I was gonna say, was there like something else that you're just like, I can't keep? This isn't sustainable. Like,
Where else can I go? Like Roseanne once told me, she goes, "Where else can you go?" She goes, "It's a trip because people call out your name, they call out my name. They see me on TV." Roseanne said, "We sat down at fucking Coco's restaurant over in LA, me and Roseanne. Oh yeah, it was great." And she was telling me, she goes, "People yell out your name, they yell out my name, but they see everything of you, Lou. They see your intimacy, they see you nude, they see every bit of you." I couldn't imagine that, she said. Not that she goes, "I'm fine with it." She goes, "But I couldn't imagine how much they get so more involved with you because they get like, oh my God, you're nude and you're."
so
that's
you
really
just
cool.
hit a point where like you were like, there's nowhere more I can go. I'm like at the top of the porn
But I knew,
game.
yeah,
like,
I was. There was nothing I could do. Then I directed the films, 3 of them. And then that was it. I was like special guest star, so I was just an actor in them. And then all of a sudden, I was just there. I was, and the music came. But I always wanted to do music. I knew it was a stepping stone. I knew it was.
But is there also kind of an expiration for porn stars anyway? Kind of like gymnasts? Like
For sure.
at a certain
Yeah.
No,
point,
for sure.
you reach
No.
your peak and they're like,
For sure.
you're
And
out.
I went out as number 1 though. See, I went out before I was. a
yeah,
has-been.
before you're
Before people still wanted me. I was still getting full demand because my acting was really good. So I had storylines. I had people flying me to Hawaii just to, "Oh, Lou, can you just read the script? All expenses paid." I'm like, "Okay, I'll just read it." Like, no, I'm not into it. I was A-list porn actor. I was like fucking adult film actor. And then Legend. I mean, then I was in a book. There was a Legends, and I was like flipping through the book. Swear, flipping through the book. I had no idea. You know, they had stars. And they have Legends. 3 pages in, it's Lou Cass. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm with all these legends. I'm like, this is a joke. And
Yeah.
no, it wasn't. They said the print model was everyone's favorite, and I'm like,
Wow.
whoa. Because I was a print model. I was
We were
everyone's
talking
favorite.
about this last time. Like, there's not really like porn stars anymore.
No.
Right.
Like, that's like not a thing.
No, where's the Jenna Jamesons, the Lou Cass? Is like, I'm gonna
Now it's the
boast about
Kim-
myself, but I am because I really am because I was big back then.
Now it's the Kim Kardashians,
Now,
right? It's just a
exactly. No,
normal person.
Exactly. You're right.
Can make a sex tape.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. But see, and I never hid it anyway. I've never hid the fact. People go, Lou, you're brave for not ignoring it. I go, well, what am I ignoring?
That's your life.
That's my life, even though that person really doesn't exist anymore. But he
Yeah.
does. I mean, this is me. But I mean, that person was going up on stage thinking he was rock and roll and shit. You know what I mean? I was at all these gay events. I was headlining these gay events. I was Folsom Street Fair, the Dory Alley Fair, Castro. I was headlining those fucking things. You know what I mean? Singing. Yeah.
So in
singing,
your
people would be like, "Take it off, Lou.
career-
Take it off." When I'm singing. Come on.
In your career as a porn star, what did you learn about humanity?
I hate to boast about me though. Back then, AIDS was a huge thing. HIV was huge. It was AIDS. And back then, I would go to hospitals and stuff, and I would go and I would meet the people because they wanted to meet me. I'd bring movies. I'd bring magazines, sign them. They were frail. They were in the hospitals. I also never accepted money for my record, Rated X. I never accepted the money. It went forward right to Smile, the group Smile and Glad, because I never accepted money. All the royalties went over there. I signed over checks because that was what I did. And that's humanity. I don't know, but
Talked about your transition out of
Yes.
porn, and how did you go from entertainment industry to cleaning houses?
I don't really know. My buddy owned a business here. He owned a business called Wizards Clean Team, and I was working for him. But I wanted to go, hey, wait a second, what am I getting? This guy's making a lot of money off me, and I'm not.
Why did you think about working for him in the first place?
Because he was a buddy of mine. He goes, hey, you want to work? And I was like, oh, hey, that'd be cool. Because I was managing Warehouse Entertainment. I managed Warehouse Records. Remember Warehouse Records?
No.
Oh, Warehouse was a big record chain like Tower Records and all that.
Oh, okay.
So I did. I ran that for like 12 years, I think. After the entertainment business, I was doing all the movies and TV. I worked in a record shop. I was manager at a record shop for a long time. Closed down. So my buddy goes, hey, why don't you work for me and clean? He goes, you're so good. Your houses are fucking spotless. He goes, why don't you come clean? I was like,
Not what I would think of a porn star.
No.
Having a clean house. I don't know why.
And someone did someone
It's
wrote
like a
something.
porn set. You
Yeah.
Come on, what happened this morning? Julie woke up and she shook her hair to me, and I was like, "Hey, Julie, what's up?" Dun 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 dun.
Someone's over there.
Julie's like, "The door's open." I was like, "Oh,
the door's open.
The door's open." I was like, "Oh, what is this? A Craigslist ad? What the fuck's going on here?"
There's coffee ready
This
for
is
you.
Yeah.
this is the real truth.
This
of
is the
what
real thing.
happened.
Here's what's
At
going
8
on.
a.m. in the morning.
That's why I'm so popular.
Get on my
Okay?
dick.
That's why I'm so popular. Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
so then you started working for your friend,
I should work for a friend.
and then you're like, I should break off and do my
I
own
really
thing.
did. Yeah, I totally, because all of a sudden I'm making good money. Thanks, Julie. Julie, though, she's awesome. She introduced me to a lot of people, and everybody. I see everybody.
Everybody
now.
I know uses you.
Yes. Well, I don't know about it uses me. I mean, they did before in films. They used me, but I don't.
What are some similarities between this industry and the porn industry? Are there any?
Yeah, I get jokes all the time. I get jokes all the time.
Dirty shit.
Hey, Lou, how much extra? Yeah, but how much extra, Lou, to fucking you do it in a jockstrap? Hey, Lou, can you do it in some tidy whities, Lou? I go, no, that's not. I'm not gonna. That's my business is legit. Except for Julie, she's like, please wear the tidy whities tomorrow. But,
Kinky.
look at Julie's turning red. Look at.
She kinky. I was like, whose panties are these? And she's like, oh, those are reserved for Lou.
Right, I totally. And then also the straps on her bed. Yeah, the new bed.
Straps on her
the
new
new bed,
bed.
the new restraints. Oh yeah, so I saw that. Julie's like, oops, like taking away. I'm just kidding,
That's
Julie.
exactly what happened.
Now people know.
Okay, since this is a dating podcast, I'm trying to relate it
Yes,
back
Julie,
to dating.
we can go out, but I don't date my clients, Julie. I'm sorry.
But what
You're
can
not a
you
client though,
learn-
honey.
Oh, hey, Lou Cass.
Okay,
Hey.
come check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally open to looking at your dick. These days. So close.
Okay, did you guys see it?
Just the tip. Just saw the tip.
Just the tip. Well,
These are jeans that you wore to your audition.
No,
Wouldn't
that's
that be amazing if
that's
you
so
did?
funny though. Let me tell you something that's really funny. I sold a pair of my jeans for $5,600
Fuck
for
you.
a
Really?
movie called Sexy Billy Blue, which my biggest movie.
Lou.
And I still had all my clothes fucking tagged and all that with the scenes I was in. Some guy goes, Lou, do you still have the jeans you wore in Sexy Billy? I go, yes, I do. Because a buddy of mine said, Lou, keep all that shit and tag it. People are going to want it later on. And I told somebody that. I don't know who I told. 3 days later, it's on the internet. Who sold it? The most money that's ever been sold for a clothing of item. An item of clothing that was used in a porn film was my jeans. And the guy showed me a picture. He had it in glass in a glass fucking case with
What?
a picture, a still from the movie of me wearing the jeans, and he had it up there really big in his house.
I just sell my stuff on Poshmark for like $12.
Can you imagine my jaw trap? How much it sold for? Whoa! I'm just joking.
Okay, so if there's one thing that you could bring into porn today, what would that be?
Bring back the old time celebrities. Bring back the way it used to be. The way it used to be when they were really big, Marilyn Chambers and all of them, Jeff Stryker, Lou Cass. I'm going to say my name again because I was really big print model. I was really big in films,
So bring back more acting into porn.
Not only more acting, just bring back the celebrityism of it, or whatever you call it, the celebrity thing of it, because it used to be fun. I used to be fun, man. It used to be going to parties. I did go to a few parties, and I did a porn film about 8 years ago. I came back and did a porn film. I was away from the business for 17 years.
Wow.
So I was headlining magazines again. After 17 years away from the business, porn sensation returns.
That's smart.
But I'm not nude in it. I'm not nude, and I play a psycho, drugged out serial killer in it.
Oh my God.
And it's called Dare from Falcon Films, and the director wrote the part for me.
Wow.
I know. I was like, well, thanks a lot, a psycho serial killer. Thanks. Years ago, I won Best Actor.
I feel like UAE loves porn.
I love porn.
I'm not a big porn person. Like, I mean, I feel like the porn I am gravitated to is like
Lou Cass. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
sorry.
what I'm watching every day.
Porn.
That's it. But I like when it's like scenes and it's more like acting.
Yes,
like
me
you
too.
need a storyline.
A storyline.
Yeah, I need a storyline. When I just like go on like YouPorn or
Right.
whatever, and it's just like really gross people fucking, it does nothing.
Well, me for
me.
10 seconds, boom, 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 it's done.
But this
yeah.
literally, like, it does not turn me on at all. But
Looping you would not like.
yeah, or just like in general, like what porn is today.
Yeah,
Like,
because there used to be storylines. They used to film it on film too, not the cheap video shit you see today, the loops and all that shit. The garbage.
Because now there's a lot of amateur shit.
It's all amateur.
Right,
Like,
There's no
there's
more.
like digital cameras and your
The
cell
companies
phones.
are down because everyone's amateur.
That's actually probably why porn industry is a little different now, because
Completely different, not a
we
little.
have camera phones.
Yeah.
Right?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everyone can be a porn
Boom, boom.
star.
Everybody is a porn star.
Have you ever made a sex tape, Julie?
Come on, me and her did one yesterday. Oh no, this morning. I'm sorry, this morning. I'm sorry.
It's called cleaning her pipes.
Right? I know, right? Yep, it's true.
I
Right.
haven't, but I actually talked about it with my ex.
What
Then
happened?
we broke up, so.
Well.
But we
So
did like video because he was like abroad.
He showed me. No, I'm sorry. Wait, wrong
But
one.
like in those moments, you kind of channel your
kind of
own,
feel
like
like
you're a
it,
porn
yeah.
star.
Have you made
Of
a video?
course.
Yes,
of
I
course.
have.
Look at her. She's beautiful. Look at her.
Once, and the whole time I just kept thinking, like, if this went up on YouPorn, what kind of person would watch this? I was like
Yeah.
thinking of my demographic.
Yeah, but you're hot as fuck. But but back then also it was for one scene. It was 12 to 16 hours, 17 hours for one scene back then.
Wow.
What?
For one scene. That's how they were filmmaking back then. It wasn't just fuck me, fucking suck my
Yeah.
dick. It was fucking actual filming and really cool. I liked it.
Let's hold that thought for a sec. We'll get right back to it.
This episode is sponsored by Via. We all know there are things that can help set the mood in the bedroom, but did you know a little THC could also do that? Yes, Via has developed a unique blend of pleasure-enhancing cannabinoids, libido-strengthening herbs, and a low dose of THC all into one mind-blowing gummy called High Love. This gummy, wow, it will awaken your senses, increase blood flow, and intensify any sexual experience. I've been pleasantly surprised by the High Love gummies because it is just the right amount of THC for me to have a good time without feeling sleepy. And hey, if THC is not your thing, Via also offers a wide array of other gummies without it. And everything legally ships in 50 states with discreet packaging directly to your door. So if you're over 21, you can get 15% off and a free pack of award-winning Dreams THC plus CBN sleep gummies with our exclusive code DATEABLE at viahemp.com. That's VIIAHEMP.com. Let the gummies work their magic. Head to viahemp.com and use the code DATEABLE to receive 15% off and one free sample of their Sleepy Dream gummies. That's viahemp.com and use the code DATEABLE at checkout. Take your passion and pleasure to a whole new level with High Love from Via Hemp.
As you know, I recently left my corporate job and I've been in total total recovery mode, all about self-care. One of my new routines is the nighttime shower before bed. There's just something about washing away the day and that reflection that's been super helpful for me. I've been using one of our partners, Osea's Mega Moisture Duo. This combo body oil and body lotion are so freaking incredible. It literally feels like I'm at a spa. I realized that the secret is seaweed and other skin level ingredients that are normally reserved for face products. And that's why I was so excited when Osea became one of our partners. And, you know, we're so grateful for partners like this because one, they keep the show going, but they're also super good for all of our listeners and for our own well-being. So if you want to have that nighttime bliss like I am doing, you can get 10% off your first order site-wide with code DATEABLE at oseamalibu.com. You'll get free samples with every order and free shipping on orders over $60. So head to oseamalibu.com and use the code DATEABLE for 10% off. Let us know which products you end up going with. Share them in social. Super excited to see what you end up choosing.
This episode is made possible by Badlands Pets. As you all know, Mojo, my precious baby, is the reason why I found love in the first place. He made me feel love again. So I would do anything to ensure his health and longevity. And actress Katherine Heigl and I have that in common. She's helped save over 16,000 dogs through her foundation. And after doing a ton of research, she feels there's one place we can look to improve any dog's health, and that's their food. So fortunately, she found that just by adding a few special superfoods to her dog's food, she saw huge transformations in their health. So she's made a 20-minute video explaining step by step how anyone can do the same thing to see incredible changes in their dog's health. I've definitely re-looked at what I'm feeding Mojo and making sure that, hey, he only has one life to live, and I want to make sure it's the best damn life. So if you want to keep your dog healthy and happy, go to badlandsfood.com/dateable and watch Catherine's video right now. Again, that's badlandsfood.com/dateable.
It's really cool.
It was really
That's
cool because
exhausting.
I was always looking at the way they filmed it and all that shit.
When you did the
Yeah.
video, did you watch it after?
Oh yeah,
What'd you think? What was your reaction?
You look at how you look, right? How your body looks and stuff.
I was drugged out, so
course.
I didn't look.
Me too
I
in the
didn't
bathroom.
look as great as I thought I did when I was on drugs.
Oh, yeah,
I was
totally.
like, yes,
Me
this
too,
is
me too,
it.
me too.
And then I watch
Yep.
it back,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah, me too.
That's actually what I've thought about because, like,
Because
when I'm like,
you'll judge yourself.
right?
You'll look good. You know what I
It's
mean?
like when my ex and I, like when he was in the UK, like we did like video chat, obviously rated X, right?
Sure.
But
My song, thank you.
we had rated X playing in the background,
Right.
But I was like always thinking like, what would this look like if I was watching myself?
Yeah.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And then like when we were talking about doing the video, I'm like, it would be kind of hot, but I'm also like,
Yeah, it is
would
hot.
it
It
in
is hot.
actual?
But it
You
is hot,
know?
but you critique yourself like
Yeah.
big time. Like I'm drugged out in a lot of those home movies. I have so many home movies. No, I'm not kidding. I have home movies from here to New Jersey to New York to Hawaii.
I believe it.
No, I'm not kidding.
That's probably worth money.
And I do it all the time though. I film it all the time. Maybe that's what I get off on too.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like so used to it. That's how
So
porn is.
used to it.
There
You would
is
believe
something
how many-
really hot about filming it.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
then,
It is,
then you
it
worry
is.
like, is
It
it
is.
going to get into iCloud?
Right.
Oh my God,
and
yeah.
then it
That's why I always
goes
make sure
into
it's
the
on my phone.
cloud,
I
and
always
then
make sure it's
it's-
on my phone. Seriously.
Yeah.
And they go, hey,
then
Luke, can you send me
where
that copy? I
does
go,
it
maybe.
go?
Yeah.
My ex was like, that shit sinks faster than you think.
It does. And then you're like, if I delete
scary,
it,
huh?
is it really deleted
Yeah,
off my
exactly.
phone?
I know which one does it go to. It
Exactly.
goes to every single. What do you call it now? I don't know. I'm so.
It's
those-
super. It's like that.
Scary.
There's a movie called Sex Tape, right?
Yeah,
And
something
where,
like that. Yeah,
It's the same thing.
Oh, I love that.
happens.
That was a Cameron Diaz, the comedy one.
Was it Cameron Diaz?
Was that funny one where I don't know?
It was Cameron Diaz or the other
and Justin.
blonde. So, but that shit could happen. But I do think there's something really hot about being filmed.
It is
Yeah.
hot. It is hot. And most people nowadays too, they go, hey, can I film this? I'm like, fuck yeah, but on my camera.
Right. Control.
That's why I say on my phone, I have to have it now because they can go, hey, this is Luke House.
Right.
And they can
They could
because.
sell that shit.
Maybe
yeah.
those
Some
are some
dude
of our
fucking-
takeaways
Yeah,
for our
it's-
listeners. If you're doing like,
And plus, everybody has a
sex
phone. Like right now,
tapes.
somebody has a phone out there.
Oh,
see,
yeah.
see out the window, and people are like, "Hey, it's okay. Nobody can see us." I go, "Dude, close the fucking drapes or I'm not going to fucking do anything. Because everyone has a fucking phone
So
nowadays.
what are some of our takeaways?
It's not going to be a stretch to talk about dating and porn, because problem with dating today is that people constantly look for the highs. Kind of like in porn, you're always
Reaching.
looking for the ejaculation, you're always looking for that erection, you're
money
looking
shot.
for the money shot, or you're looking for the drugs on set. There's like highs.
Very
and
good.
then when you go home, there's what is a relatively low, which actually isn't a low. It's
Very
just
good.
regular, right?
You're very good at this because that's true. No, it's
so
very
I do
true.
think in dating, we do the same thing, is like we go on these dates and then we're like, oh, I didn't feel the sparks. Because you're
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
for the highs.
We're looking for the
when
high.
everyday fucking life is like the what you call the lows, right?
Or steady.
Yes. So we're like addicted to this feeling of sparks and chemistry in dating. And that's exactly why we set ourselves up for failure.
The goals get higher too.
If you spend the rest of your life with someone, it's not always going to be those highs. It's
Yep.
mostly not going to be those
You're
highs.
so right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like my takeaway, because it brings me back to this groundedness of saying, okay, we've all had highs in our lives, but we can't dwell on that. We always talk like, oh, I remember when I had the gold standard with this person, right? Or
sure.
like, I had an amazing night with this person. Why can't I replicate it? It's because those are moments that are not meant to be replicated. And if you're looking for a true life partner, those are not the moments you should be looking for. It's looking for those everyday mom and pop moments and how that makes you feel.
Yeah, I think my
It's really
takeaway is at the end of the day, like porn is entertainment. We talked about it,
Complete
especially.
entertainment.
Right, like I
Yep.
think what you said too of like people wanting to like take your like romance, I'll call it in air quotes, like
Yeah.
and think it was like actual, and you're like, no, this is just a set, right?
set.
Yeah.
And I think like
right.
one of the things that comes up today with porn so accessible is that like it skews what people's like reality is of sex.
100%.
So it's like you have to remember that even if someone's just like shooting on a webcam in their home, like
Yeah.
it's for entertainment at the end of the day. And if your sex life doesn't match that up 100%, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with your sex life.
Yeah.
It's just a different situation.
Because people always ask me that. They always ask me, hey, Lou, do you always like this? Do you always need to have this kind of sex? I go, most of the time.
Now you do.
Now I do most of the time, seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, just now, the blowjob thing, ain't gonna fucking do it nowadays.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little bit more kinky. It's got to be a lot more
So
kinky.
maybe that's another takeaway.
There you
It's
go.
like
That's what
all
I'm
what
saying.
you get used to, right? It's like
Yeah.
when that bar is
And I'm
set.
still looking for that. I'm still looking for that.
But Julie, you bring up an interesting point, because you hear people when they have kinky sex, they go, I felt like I was in a porno.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, isn't that supposed to simulate real life? Like porn is supposed to like
That's a fantasy.
mirror
A fantasy.
real life.
But a fantasy.
on a heightened level,
Yeah,
right?
that's why porn is a fantasy, I
Why are
think.
we striving to live our lives
Right.
like porno
Right.
when porn is supposed to just
Funny.
be entertainment or a heightened reality that's
Right.
really not reality? That's a really interesting
Yeah.
point. It's like, what are you striving for? If you're happy in your sex life, why even look for that next level of porn sex?
Right. But don't most guys like jerk it like fucking even when they're married and stuff? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Totally
To porn,
fine
yeah.
for guys to
But I
jerk
mean,
it, but I've had guys ask like, why can't I come on a girl's face? I see it in porn all the time. Because
Right, you're
it's
right.
not pleasurable for the woman.
Right.
Right. No,
Right?
That's
no, I understand
entertainment.
that.
Because that's entertainment. That
It's
could be
entertainment.
fantasy. And then I ask,
Fantasy.
why are you turned on by watching a man come on a girl's face? And then they
Right.
go, I'm actually not sure.
Yeah, it's just
They
what I
don't
saw.
know. It's because porn told me that I
Same
should
thing with
be turned
lesbians.
on.
Same thing with two women together. Guys,
Yeah,
guys love it.
Because
Yep.
that's overplayed in
You know
porn
what I mean?
for sure.
Way. But I mean, it's just like it's real trendy and popular though. Still, guys
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, I fucking love that."
No.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's seriously. I do too. I guess.
But I guess the positive of porn, even today, the accessibility of it is like it can inspire you to
Yeah.
try
But
new
it
things,
scares
right?
me though when I have nieces and stuff. I don't want
Yeah.
them seeing that shit all over
True.
the fuck. I don't care about my shit. I mean, the world has seen me. I don't give a shit. But I don't want them because computer easily now. When I was a kid, nothing like this. There was no computers and shit.
Right.
None of this. You know what I mean? So I was just like,
The accessibility is much different.
I think I don't like it, and that sounds so prudish to me. But
Yeah.
I mean, really, I don't like it.
coming
Sorry.
from the porn
And
star.
who has a song called Rated X too? I mean, come on, but
I'd be as curious to see how the Me Too movement has affected the porn industry, and if these storylines are going to be just a little bit different in the
Right,
next year or
right.
two.
But isn't there so
Like
much
the
of that when
woman
there's-
CEO,
Right. Like
and
every TV show's like
her
that now.
assistant, who's a man, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be interesting to see. Okay, so I thought of this. I've been asked a few times if
To
I
suck- oh.
am if
sorry.
I am this one porn star. Can you guess who this porn star is? I've been asked a few times on the internet. Are you related to this person? There's like only one Asian porn star.
no,
I
I
think.
know there's a few, but no, I wouldn't know.
Asa Akira?
Very good. I would say no. There's a few more that, but no. But you're much prettier.
Oh, thank you.
No, you're beautiful. You're stunning, actually. Yeah.
I get so many comments when I have videos on the internet. People say all the time, "Are you related to Asa Akira?"
Really? Everyone always says, "Hey, look, your body looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger to me." They go, "Yeah, your face looks like Brad Pitt." I'm like, "Hey, thanks." You know what I mean?
Take it.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
Cool. All right,
Yeah.
that's a good takeaway. I'm not Asa Akira. All right, shall we go watch some porn?
Let's go
This
do
is
it.
a good
Do it.
time.
Let's not
Let's
mine
do
though.
it.
Let's not watch mine though. No.
I feel like you would totally watch your own porn.
No, I don't. And people always want to watch it with me. I'm like,
You
no,
just
go home
want
and
to
watch
see
it.
your own naked photos
Because
on my phone.
I don't look myself up. What the fuck? I don't look myself up.
Why
I
don't
think it's,
you?
I think it's
I do all the
fascinating.
time.
I think it's fascinating when people go, "Hey, Lou, did you see yourself?" And I go, "No, I don't look myself up. It's something I don't do. I honestly, I will once in a while, but that's. I mean, I haven't for maybe a year now. But now I'm going to it there.
Yeah, just Google.
That's crazy.
All I did was Lucas
Fuck,
porn.
man, Lucas fucking porn.
I feel like
man.
it wasn't that difficult.
It was
I
not
know.
difficult at all.
So let's not watch mine. Let's go watch me and Julie's that we did.
Oh yeah, that one
Do you
you
remember
did.
that one?
Cleaning her pipes.
Yeah, cleaning her pipes.
Cleaning her pipes and finding
Yeah,
socks.
starring Julie. Julee. Julie. Julie. Or
This is my new porn.
Jewel. 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 Your name's Jewel,
Okay,
yeah?
I think it's time to wrap it up.
Jewel
Jewel.
chick.
Yeah. Jewel chick, that's great right there.
Okay, well, if I need a new career, we're set.
Yep.
Julie, I
I'll get you
really
in.
think you should quit your job. I really think
Well, you
this
guys
is
are
it.
great at this. I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much,
you.
Lou.
I think it was fucking badass. Thank
It's
you.
been an honor to have
Really?
you on,
That's so
and I'm
sweet.
so glad it's been recording this entire fucking
Fuck,
time.
thank God. Oh my
I
God.
am so happy because
We were all bummed, weren't we?
if we had to do this a third time, you definitely have to whip
No,
out
no,
your
no.
dick.
I'll jump out that fucking window right now. Julie, you're gone. I'm not cleaning anymore.
You're
Julie,
out
see
of
ya.
luck.
Yeah, see ya.
Out of luck.
You're on your own
You're
porn
totally-
career.
We'll wrap this up. I think this has been a very educational talk as well
Yeah.
to get like an insider's look into the industry and how it's changed. If you, one of our listeners, is interested in talking about your own experience maybe in the sex industry, we would love to have you as a guest on our show. Or if maybe you've dated a porn star.
Yeah.
And
Fuck
you want
yeah,
to talk
that's
about
cool.
your own experience with that,
That's
that
cool.
would be
That's really cool,
neat to
yeah.
hear. So again, we're looking for guests for upcoming seasons. Okay, we're really gonna wrap this up and always wrap it up, guys. Guys, right?
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Well,
Listen to
I mean,
Lucas.
yeah, wrap it up. Back then I did. Yeah. Wait, yes, I still do.
Wrap it up 3 times. 3 times. That's what we learned.
Stay
dateable. Want to continue the conversation? First, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter with the handle @DateablePodcast. Tag us in any post with the hashtag StayDateable, and trust us, we look at all of those posts. Then head over to our website, dateablepodcast.com. There you'll find all the episodes as well as articles, videos, and our coaching service with vetted industry experts. You can also find our premium Why series where we dissect, analyze, and offer solutions to some of the most common dating conundrums. We're also downloadable for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Overcast, Stitcher Radio, and other podcast platforms. Your feedback is valuable to us, so don't forget to leave us a review. And most importantly, remember to stay dateable.